Hello all and welcome back to another review of Around the Verse. Today it's season 3.1 and they're showcasing the Manchester work, so it's from UK, and first thing they showed it was the new landing UI and modes. Essentially to make it easier for us players to land, and some more techniques like when you enter the land mode, it automatically lowers the landing gear and it goes to the precision mode, so you have a better control of your ship. And the UI elements are, it makes you see the landing zones much more clearly. This landing zone is clear, you can land there and stuff like that. So should be really interesting to see that in the game, and they said that this will be coming in 2.5, so we should be really happy about that. Yeah, what else should I say? They also showcased how it looks when it's recommended, accepted, and invalid. So if it's invalid, you will see the red landing zone. If it's available, you will see the blue square. And if it's approved, it will be greenish, I think, or something like that. So it should be really interesting to play with it. Yeah, that's that. I will let you guys see the rest of the footage with some background music. Next thing we have is our lean mechanic behind the cover. In the 2.4 we have the first implementation of cover. When you walk close to the wall, your gun gets up in the air so it doesn't clip through the wall. And now in the 2.5 we will be getting the first implementation of the cover mechanic, where you will be able to lean out and shoot the enemy. And I think this is really good news for all of you guys that wants to play with FPS a little bit more. We are another step closer to the Star Marine. And again, I will just let you guys enjoy the footage. Third thing they showed in the around the verse was the ship shape of the Argo Parasite vehicle that goes with capital ships and is used as a utility ship that can transport cargo to the ship, transport people, and the third type was it could transfer the medical people to the ground and pick up the wounded and bring them back to the capital ship. So yeah, the ship is small, looks like a small forklift, but for space use. And right now it's only have three models. Like I said, the cargo model in which you can transport one person and some cargo. The 8 people seater where you can transfer people from ship to ship. And the last one was the medical, but they didn't showcase it. They just talked about it. Last thing was later on you will be able to detach the cargo module or sickbay module and just exchange them. You will have all three in the cargo in the hangar, and you will just pick up. I want the transfer people now. You just pick that up and go out to the space. In the future, this ship will also have the robotic arm that will help repair the capital ships. So, should be really interesting to play with it. And I will leave you guys with the rest of the footage. last thing and the longest thing that they showcased was the new technology that they're working on for the critical damaged capital ships. Essentially, how the ship will look when it's a critical damage, crash landed on the planet, or just a derelict in the space. And we will be able to see some of this stuff, and also they're working on some new lightning and effects that will essentially make the ship looks more moody, if you want to go with that. It looks kind of awesome, and I'm really waiting for it to see it. And later on, I will let the in-game sounds that also adds to the ambient of the down ship, and there will be some of the sounds from the one of the developers working on the game. So hope you guys enjoyed this and enjoyed the rest of the footage. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say. It just looks awesome, and you guys need to see it.
obviously, looking around, something pretty catastrophic has happened. So this is the audio design for a very damaged, crashed in fact, Idris, and we'll fly through the level now nice and slowly so you can soak up the ambience, and I'll keep the chat to a minimum. Once again, with this version of the Idris, the emphasis has been on detail and creating a very positional 3D environment to explore. And this approach of using hundreds upon hundreds of individual sound spots to create the audio environment does give you this sort of 3D positional thing, but it gives you a great sense of depth. And as you approach many of these sound spots, their character changes, they brighten as you get closer to them, and we bring in lots more layers of detail. So as you examine something and get closer to it, it opens up and you see and hear more information. So just for a moment, let's remind ourselves what it's like at the other end of the damage spectrum on board the Idris on a good day. And you can hear that it's a pretty serene experience. It's a calm, gentle ambience. The ship's humming away nicely. But as we start to bring up the procedural damage in the audio, things start to rattle and hum, and the ambience changes dramatically. The whole feel of the ship changes. Much more tension. These electrical boxes on the wall rattling and vibrating in different ways. Again, reflected in hundreds of sound spots across the ship that all have this dynamic character which morphs and changes to reflect the health of the ship. So right now, let's have a look back on the catastrophically damaged Idris. Let's take a quick look behind the scenes. So here you can see we've got some emergency fire sprinkler sounds, and there's a particle system right here, and that has a sound of the sprinkler associated with it. But here on the floor is an auxiliary sound that is the sound of the water drops splashing and hitting other surfaces. So, you know, there's these different dimensions to even simple ambient sounds such as a fire sprinkler.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, press the like button down below. If not, don't press anything, please. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time, guys. Bye bye.